Good morning, dear students. Today we will be having a live class on tender and quotation. Dear students, in the previous video we have seen a question on tender and quotation. Now today also we are going to discuss a new numerical question on tender and quotation. If you are new to my channel, I request you to please subscribe my YouTube channel on the YouTube e-content VB for the latest and updated videos regarding the subject Cost and Works Accounting Special Paper 1. MECO Limited invited a tender to you. You are given the following information. Stock of finished goods on 1st April 2019, 72,800. Stock of raw material on 1st April 2019, 33,280. Purchase of raw material 7,59,200. Productive wages 5,16,880. Sale of finished goods 15,39,200. Works overhead expenses 1,24,220. Stock of finished goods on 1st April 2019, 78,000. Stock of raw material 31st March 2020, 39,350. Office overhead expenses 17,160. From the above details, prepare a statement showing prime cost, factory cost, total cost, percentage of works overhead to productive wages, and percentage of office overhead to works cost. Also prepare a statement showing amount of tender for manufacturing of a plant. Consider the following information. First point, cost of raw material to be consumed would be rupees 52,000. Wages to be paid to workmen for making this plant would be rupees 31,200. The company must earn a profit of 20% on selling price. So dear students, in this question, as you can see, they have asked us to prepare a tender, and for preparation of tender, as usually we need to prepare a cost sheet, because on the basis of cost sheet, the percentage of works overhead to productive wages and percentage of office overhead to works cost can be calculated, so that tender can be calculated with the help of material and wages. So dear students, to calculate the cost sheet and tender, let us see what is the procedure and how with the help of this information we can calculate the cost sheet. On my right hand side, you can see the question is given over there, and now we are preparing in the books of MECO Limited cost sheet for the year ended 31st of March 2020. So in every cost sheet, as you know, we always use the three basic elements, that is direct material, direct labor and direct cost. So here first, to calculate the direct material, as per the given question, we have given information regarding opening stock of raw material. So therefore first point is opening stock of raw material 33,280. In this opening stock we are supposed to add the purchases, and therefore second point would be purchase of raw material. So opening stock plus purchases total is 7,92,480. Now from this opening stock and the purchases, we will be minusing the closing stock of raw material 39,350, so that we will get the cost of raw material consumed 7,53,130 rupees. So that is the actual amount of stock which is used while manufacturing a product or a service. Now in this cost of material consumed, we will be adding productive wages. So it's a second element of cost, that is direct labor is also called as productive wages. They are given is 5,16,880. Now in the question there is no explanation about the direct expenses or no any element of direct expenses is mentioned in the question. Therefore we have considered it as nil, and therefore the total of material consumed and the direct wages will be considered as an prime cost. Hence the prime cost is 12,70,010 rupees. In the prime cost we are supposed to add the factory overheads. So therefore next heading will be addition of the factory expenses into the prime cost. So it's 1,24,220. Now once the factory cost is added, we will be getting the factory cost, or you can say works cost, that is prime cost plus factory expenses is equal to 13,98,220. Now once a person is in a position to know the factory cost, the next step is he or she has to identify the office and administration expenses. Now in the question, office overheads given as 17,160. So if you make the total of 13,98,220 plus the office overhead, you will get the cost of production rupees 14,15,380 rupees. Now as you can see, there is no any information about the selling and distribution expenses given in the question. Therefore I am directly adding the stock of finished goods into the cost of production, and it will be minused by the closing stock of finished goods 78,000. So cost of goods sold will be rupees 14,10,180. As the selling and distribution overheads are not given, therefore whatever is the cost of goods sold, that cost will become the total cost. And as you can see in the question, amount of sales is given, that is 15,39,200. So 14,10,180, when it is minus from the sales figure, the difference 1,29,020 rupees will be considered as an profit. Now in the next part we will be calculating the percentage of works overhead to the productive wages. So first, percentage of works overhead to productive wages. If productive wages is rupees 5,16,818, then works overhead is rupees 1,24,220. Then if productive wages is 100, then how much will be the works overhead? And therefore its calculation is 24.3%. You can easily calculate this one, that is 1,24,220 multiplied by 100 divided by rupees 5,16,880. You will get the percentage of 24.3%. Now in the similar way, percentage of office overhead to works cost we can calculate. And to calculate this, if the works cost are rupees 13,98,220, if works cost are rupees 100, then the office overhead will be 1.22, that is office overheads divided by works cost multiplied by 100. So its percentage will be 1.22%. As 24.03 and 1.22%, these two percentages are calculated, we can now easily calculate the tender price of a plant. Let us see. Now for calculating the tender price of a plant, we have prepared the three columns. One is per, second is rupees and rupees. Now first, as per the given information, we will take the cost of raw material 52,000 for a plant, and second, wages paid to workman 31,200. As direct expenses are not given, therefore its total will be 83,200 as prime cost. Now in this prime cost we are supposed to add the factory overheads, but factory overheads are not given, but its percentage is given. Therefore works overheads are considered as 24.3% of the productive wages, that is rupees 31,200. So 31,200 multiplied by 24.03%, you will get 7,497 rupees. So the total will be called as an factory cost, or you can say works cost. In the factory cost, we should add office and administration expenses. Now, office and administration expenses ratio we have calculated is 1.22%, which is works overheads, that is 90,697 multiplied by 1.22%. The amount is 1,107 rupees. So the cost of production will be 91,804. As there are no any selling and distribution overheads, as well as there is no opening and closing stock of finished goods, this cost of production will be considered as an cost of goods sold, or the total cost. As per the given information in the question, the selling price or the tender price should be calculated, that is 20% on the selling price. Therefore, here 80 will be our cost price. So therefore 91,804 multiplied by 100 divided by 80, then we will get the tender price of rupees 1,14,755. And from this 1,14,755, if we minus the cost of production, that is total cost of rupees 91,804, we will get the 20% of selling price profit of rupees 22,951 rupees. So if you feel any of the difficulty while understanding this question or while solving this question, you can comment me, or you can call me, or you can just put your suggestions on the WhatsApp as well as Telegram group, or in the Google Classroom, or in the YouTube also. And if you like this video, I request you to please subscribe my channel, share. Thank you.